You know that famous Bollywood line, "Kuch kuch hota hai"? It literally means something is happening. It's that indescribable feeling you get when you meet someone special. Well, today we're going to break down what that something really is. Let's get into it. I mean, you've totally felt that, right? You see someone across the room and boom, your heart starts hammering, maybe your palms get a little sweaty. You just feel different. So what is going on inside of us when that happens? What's the deal?
Look, I know it feels like magic, like something straight out of a movie, but really it's all chemistry. Think of your brain as this little mad scientist mixing up this super powerful cocktail of chemicals the second you lay eyes on that person. All right, so let's talk about that first spark, that electrifying moment. This is when your brain's chemistry lab just goes into overdrive.
Okay, so the first chemical we need to talk about is dopamine. This is the big one, the feel-good hormone. It's the same chemical that gives you that little rush when you eat a piece of amazing chocolate cake or finally beat a tough level in a video game. It's all about pleasure and reward.
So when your brain gets that hit of dopamine, it's not just a feeling. It causes real physical reactions. Your heart starts racing, you get that wave of happiness, and most importantly, your brain basically says, hey, I like that. Go see that person again. You're literally motivated to get another hit of that amazing feeling.
And this is where we come full circle back to the movie, right? Remember when Anjali tells Rahul, you wouldn't understand? Well, sorry, Anjali, but his brain totally would. These hormones, they don't care who you are. It's a universal human thing that drives that initial attraction, whether we're aware of it or not. Okay, so a spark is one thing, but what turns that initial wow moment into something deeper, something real? Well, for that, we need to look at a completely different chemical. And that brings us to our next major player, oxytocin. You've probably heard of this one. It's often called the cuddle hormone or the bonding hormone. Its whole job is to build trust and make us feel connected to other people. So how does this stuff even work? It's actually a pretty simple but really powerful chain reaction. You get some kind of positive physical touch. We're talking even just holding hands. And your brain releases oxytocin. That makes you feel safe and trusting. And that trust, that's what strengthens the emotional bond. It's pretty much the biological glue that holds relationships together. What's really interesting is that the source material points out two different ways this can happen. There's the feelings first path, kind of the old school way, where the emotional attraction comes first, and that hormonal bond builds up slowly over time. Then there's the more modern closeness first path, where physical intimacy might happen a lot sooner. The catch is, if those bonding hormones haven't kicked in yet, there's a higher risk the whole thing could just fizzle out. Now, as that bond gets stronger, a whole other set of hormones usually jumps into the mix. And this is what shifts things from just affection towards physical intimacy. We're mainly talking about two key hormones here that really drive desire. You've got estrogen, which is mostly associated with the female body, and testosterone, mostly with the male body. But here's the thing, everybody has both. And together, they are the power couple responsible for sex drive. Okay, so we've talked about all these amazing chemicals that make us feel on top of the world. But what happens when the person who triggers all of that is suddenly gone? Well, that's when we have to talk about the dark side of this love chemistry, the absolute pain of a breakup. And this really shows it all. When you're in love, your brain is just swimming in all these feel-good hormones. But after a breakup, look at that drop. Those levels just tank. It is a massive, drastic chemical crash. And this is so important to understand. The pain from a breakup isn't just you being dramatic or all in your head. It is a real physical withdrawal. Your brain got used to having a steady supply of these amazing chemicals, and now it's gone. And just like any withdrawal, it hurts a lot. This chemical crash is exactly why heartbreak feels the way it does. That deep sadness, not being able to find joy in anything, feeling irritable and angry, that's your body reacting to the sudden loss of dopamine and oxytocin. It's a biological response to a massive loss. So after all that, you might be thinking, great, so we're just puppets on hormonal strings? It can feel like we're just along for the ride on this crazy chemical roller coaster. But wait, that's not the whole story. And this right here might be the most powerful idea of all. Sometimes those hormones don't just switch on by themselves. We can actually help activate them through our own actions, through love, kindness, and our behavior. Think about what that means. Your actions can actually influence your chemistry. It suggests love isn't just this passive thing that happens to you, it's also something you actively do. Yeah,
Biology sets the stage, but our choices, our actions, they play a massive role in building and maintaining that chemical connection.
So, that leaves us with this one big question to chew on. Is love a feeling, or is it a choice? It seems to start as this totally involuntary chemical reaction, but to make it last, maybe it has to become a choice. Something to think about, right?